Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. It's early Monday morning and I was just called to do this reading. So I want to do an angel number for you real quick. And then we'll start with the actual reading. Let's see. So okay, it was 3:17 when I just looked at the clock, so now it's 3:18, but let's just stick with 3:17 angel number. In numerology, angel number 317 represents spiritual awakening, creativity, and inner wisdom. Number 3 signifies growth, enthusiasm, and creative self-expression, while number 1 signifies a new beginning and leadership qualities. Number 7 brings inner awareness, spiritual awakening, and good fortune. Together, angel number 317 is a powerful message from your angels to trust your intuition and inner guidance and to pursue your passions and creative endeavors. Okay, so maybe someone needed to hear that. Okay, next we're going to begin by reading out of the Bible. And we're going to continue where we left off before. Which was Matthew 6:16. Fasting. When you fast, do not look somber as the hypocrites do, for they disfigure their faces to show men they are fasting. I tell you the truth, they have received their reward in full. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that it will not be obvious to men that you are fasting, but only to your Father who is unseen, and your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Treasures in heaven. Do not store up yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth and rust do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are good, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? No one can serve two masters. Either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Do not worry. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more important than food, and the body more important than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the lilies of the field grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, O you of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. but seek his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Judging others, do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye, and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they will trample them under their feet and then turn and tear you to pieces. So that was all the way through Matthew 7:7. And I'll try to continue from there. Okay, so next we have a message from the Mermaids. And today we're sharing hope, right? Okay. Let's see, I think you can see that card pretty good. Hold on to hope when things feel hopeless. Change your outlook to feeling hopeful. Trust in the magical flow of life and love. This mermaid can't see the sun shining behind her through the clouds or the vibrant rainbow. She's totally absorbed by her own inner world. All she needs to do is to look behind her, and she'll see the symbols of hope all around. Can you relate to her situation at this time? While it is important to acknowledge any pain and perhaps fear of the future, combined with the feeling that hope is lost, it's equally important to not to harbor these feelings for too long. Release them, knowing in your heart that hope can and will return again. Although it might feel that way, you're not at the mercy of your feelings and external circumstances. Each and every situation can be turned around so that you can recognize and nurture feelings of hope. Simply looking at things from another perspective can literally shine a new light on your life and bring hope to the forefront once again. Try meditating on your blessings and the positive things in your life. Make this a daily habit and you'll soon change your heart and mindset to a hopeful one. If you find yourself thinking hopeless thoughts, imagine them turning into clouds and visualize them floating out of your mind. In your mind's eye, see a beautiful, vibrant rainbow filled with hope beaming into your heart, filling it with vivid colors. The sun is shining and hope is present. You just need to open your heart to the possibilities and miracles that a renewed sense of hope can bring. Okay, now we've picked a card from Miracles Now, and this reading we have, there is always a solution of the highest good. So when I read that to myself, I think hope must have a lot to do with it. To start the day hopeless, it's a terrible way to start the day, and I imagine some people under certain circumstances can feel that way, but there's always a solution of the highest good. So if you put your thoughts upon Creator, upon Spirit, you'll realize that the right solution, the right perspective, the right mental mindset will come to you. And you really have to open your heart up to that. You just it's like the whole process, right, of always trying to find a good solution. That, you know, I mean, the saying is you can please some of the people some of the time, most of the people some of the time, and sometimes you can't please anybody, but you'll never be able to please all at the same time. However, for yourself, when you are having any kind of situation, you really have to look at the highest good. It's like when my mother died, I was a week or so away from turning 12. And my grandmother always told me that, you know, when people die, that you have to just let them rest. If you cry for them all the time and you're yearning for their presence, that physically will not happen in this lifetime, right? You have to be peace at where they are so that they can have peace. So I carried that with me my whole life, and there are times when I'm really yearning for my mother. But at the same time, I want her to be at peace. So it's trying to find balance in there. So balance also has a lot to do with finding that the highest good solution, right? And we have to sacrifice our wants and desires. For me, anyways, in this particular reason, with my mom passing away, is that I had to sacrifice all the love that I felt for her and the need to have her with me, knowing that the love is always there because love transcends. And what am I sacrificing? I'm sacrificing time. You know, of course, my mother probably feels that, hey, you know, I'm still here with you. I'm here with you in spirit. And I just want you to be well. I'm trying to guide you. You need to listen to your intuition. And you just need to keep living your life the best you can. And I don't want to be in misery. So I have to sacrifice that misery. I have to sacrifice that longing for her so that I can live my life the best that I can and my mom could be at rest, if that makes sense. So I'm sorry if it sounded like maybe I was backpedaling a little. My words are just, you know, I'm just trying to speak from how I feel on the inside, okay? The love that you have for your mother, you know, she's gone, and, you know, you can say Happy Mother's Day, Mom, and just let it be at that. The whole getting together and having some sort of celebration, it's not in the cards for me. And I have to accept that. At the same time, spiritually, I really feel like she's with me, and I want to honor her just by making my life as best as I can, working through my situations. You know, I never, that's really a tender age, right? And some people, God bless them, they've lost their mother when they were much younger, so they have very, very little memory of their own mom. You know, if they passed away when the child was like 5 or younger, or, you know, it's just takes a lot of willpower to move past it. And moving past it for me was knowing that my mom loved me the best that she could, and knowing that she really always wanted the best for me, and she left at a time when she knew that I could make it without her. So it's been a struggle, but I really believe that through it all, everything happens for a reason. I if I didn't go through the trials and tribulations that I went through all the years of my life, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. So through the trials and tribulations, there's been many blessings too, and it took me a long time to come back to God, to Creator, to Spirit, and knowing that He's always with us. He's right there waiting for us to, call to Him and say, I'm ready, God. I'm ready to start living my life right, and I'm ready to make better choices. I'm ready to have you more involved in my daily happenings, And God protects. God will guide us. God will give us everything that we desire, right? But the thing is once you get it, you can't forget where it came from. You can't receive blessings and not give thanks. You always have to show gratitude. Just waking up today is a blessing, right? So we say thank you, Lord, thank you, God, thank you, Creator, thank you, Universe, thank you, Spirit, for another day, for us to live our life and collect more coins, from being good people and helping people along the way, and all the stuff that makes you feel good. And if you've watched a lot of my older videos, I talked about my paintings, and like my backdrop is a 3D painting, and God blessed me and I was able to have time to create different pictures, and I was blessed to be able to just hand them out randomly. Some were made for a purpose, I actually did a picture of my mom, and all my pictures are more like cartoon. They're not like really detailed, but when I was doing it, I didn't really know what I knew. I was trying to do a picture of her, but not really. For years I didn't have any photos of her, and that's another story. But I started doing the picture, and then what I realized after it was done was I realized that it was how she looked when she came to the foot of my bed after she died. And it was like, it was in the middle of the night, and she came out of the darkness, and it was a like grayish, whitish, bluish circle, and she walked through it. And my mom had a lot of stress, raising 9 kids and having a difficult husband, and 9 kids is a lot. And so she had stress marks on her face. She had wrinkles on her forehead, and her eyes looked aged, and she really didn't. She did smile, and she did, talk with. She spent a lot of time with my grandma and her older sister, who lived next door to us for a period of time. So it wasn't like she never laughed or anything, but she was serious most of the time, and so with the worry and the stress. But when she came to me that night, she didn't have one wrinkle mark on her. She didn't have no stress in her eyes, and she didn't speak. But because her lips didn't move. But she said to me that she loved me, and that I was going to be okay. And then her lips didn't move, and I didn't share that story with anybody for a long time. And God bless my sister, who's passed away now. She had the same vision. And so I believe my mom tried to reach out to all her children. It's just apparently me and my sister were more intuitive, or more, we had our minds open to accept messages from the other side. So anyways, I've always carried that with me, which has given me great strength and in my times of need, you know. So just a quick story. I'm done shuffling now. I'm going to do my cuts, and then I'm just going to pull off the top, see what message Spirit wants you guys to hear. Maybe there's going to be a couple messages in here I have to hear for myself as well. Okay, so let me get the cuts moving. And before I start, I want to say thank you all for all who have subscribed. Thank God for this platform. Thank God that we have the opportunity to come together. And I thank God that He's given me words of hopefully healing to all of you out there. Possible insights of where you're at and where you're going and how you're going to get there. And just a real clean, you know, that's one thing I love about doing the readings is it's not generic, it's genuine, you know. And it's I read the cards, you know, out of the book, so you get exactly how the creator of this deck wants you to interpret the cards, and then you can determine how it fits in your story. Okay, so I got two more cuts, actually one more cut to do and I'm ready. The first card is the Five of Michael. Okay. This situation doesn't serve you. Stop and reconsider if the actions you're planning are worth your time and energy. You may very well win the day, but there is a strong possibility that there won't be much to celebrate in the end. Ask your angels if there are other, more uplifting paths you might follow. There is a lot of negative energy coming from the people involved in this situation that doesn't match your vibration. Archangel Michael can help you vacuum away all that negativity. Consider releasing your attachment to the outcome as too draining. Make more optimistic plans. Even if things didn't turn out the way you'd hope, value what you've learned and try again with your improved information. Additional meanings: negative thinking, wasted energy, a need for greater self-awareness. Next we have Six of Ariel. There are great blessings in giving and receiving. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. If you're the recipient of such a loving gift, then accept it with gratitude and humility. If you have the means to give to those in need, then do so in a compassionate way without asking for anything in return. Keep in mind that gifts do not always have to be financial, but can be energetic or take the form of help based on experience. When given to others, consider what they truly need. Make gifts that don't promote dependency, but rather that are well thought out and empower the recipients going forward. Additional meanings: pennies from heaven, promotions or bonuses, acts of kindness, scholarships or grants. Next we have Nine of Gabriel. Do not give up. Your determination and courage are needed now more than ever. You've come a long way and your work has been important and valuable. Stand your ground and protect what you have created. Be prepared for any possibility. You've already proven yourself and your position is secure so long as you have confidence. You may be tired, but this is the last challenging situation before success comes your way. Additional meanings: sticking with your plans, ability to fight off illness, environmental activism, growing organic food. Next we have the Two of Ariel. He's balancing. It's important to have balance. You may be working multiple jobs or you have several projects going on at once. Reconsider your to-do list. Is it really necessary to accomplish it all? The key to managing stress is to think of ways to make your situation more fun. Look at life in a playful way. You may be having challenges balancing your budget. Be cautious of juggling your finances in a way that causes long-term difficulties. Career changes should be looked at carefully and decisions made slowly and logically. Additional meanings: going with the flow, making it look easy, the ability to get by on little money. So you never know when there's going to be a hiccup in your finances, right? If you're on a tight budget, something comes up, it becomes really difficult to push on through, but you just have to push through and stay true to your commitments and, be happy. There's been times where I had all my bills paid. I had at least a half a tank of gas. I had enough money to buy my groceries, and I could decide to say, oh, but I can't go to the beach this weekend, or I can't go meet with friends, or something like that. But I choose to say, I'm thankful for having everything taken care of that I need at this time. And it's just a way to reaffirm who you are and what you stand for and where you're going in your future, right? So 3 of Gabriel. It's all mindset, where you go in life. And it took me, I've always been a go-getter kind of person and always willing to learn, but I'm just like at some sort of level where my life is revolving around spirituality, and God has opened so many doors for me, and all I can do is keep going what I'm doing and stay appreciative for, everything that I have. So 3 of Gabriel. You've made some good choices and now your ship is coming in. As you wait for it to dock, it's an excellent time to consider your next steps. Long-term planning is a good idea. What is your next adventure? What actions are required in order to make the endeavor a reality? You may need to travel for business purposes. Review your options while you keep your enthusiasm high. The work you've done so far will yield fantastic results, so there's no need to worry. If it takes a little while for you to get a return on your financial or energetic investment, just have patience. Additional meaning: self-confidence, teamwork, optimism, and expected outcome. So, part of my struggle has been on this journey is, as soon as you say that your body is sacred and you just don't share it with anybody, as soon as you say that I'm on my spiritual journey and, I'm trying to live a better life, my health matters a lot more. My spiritual health, my physical health, my mental health, everything is more important to me than what it has been in the past. And again, I'm not going to tell you that I was a slouch regarding my health. I'm just more in tune. Maybe spiritually I was a slouch. And I was just living life, right? But as soon as you say those things about yourself, it makes other people look at themselves. And if they're still doing things that you did 20 years ago, then they either have to level up or they energetically become very jealous and envious of your changes. And that's when the negative people who have more negative than positive, will start attacking you. So I realize now that this ostracizing thing that I've been going through, has been my whole life. Wherever I was in with a group of people, family members, you know, my husband's family, so forth, it was all the same thing. They all kind of, not all of them, but you know, I mean, I kind of know who's who, and you have to kind of figure that out, who's who in your life around you at this time and in the past. And then, you know, when you really take the glasses off, what do they call it? The pink shaded glasses, forget what it's called, but when you take the glasses off and really clean the lens, and you really take a look at the people around you, you realize that some people didn't like the light that you shine, and experiencing, being thankful for having something, and expressing what you know, like, oh, I got a new sofa, and suddenly your neighbor has to go out and get a new sofa or whatever. And I'm not saying that happened, I'm using that as an example. So people become competitive, and I was never raised that way. I was always raised to compete against myself and try to do something better. It's kind of like making spaghetti and then saying, oh, next time I'm going to add sausage to it, or next time I'm going to bake it, you know. And I always challenge myself to just do better. My problem is I have a hard time keeping up. So, you know, keeping up with the house, I'm not a dirty person, but to have a clean house, you know, it takes a lot of work, and you have to be committed to doing these chores. That is a lifetime really commitment, right? And you just have to commit to do that. So that's something I'm working on myself, is just trying to find the time and make the time, and spend time with my dog, and spend time on me, and you know, do my readings and eat healthy, and then, you know, cleaning my car, that sort of thing. That they're all really important. So hats off to all of you who can do that. I'm still working on it. I think because of my age too, because I'll be 62 this year. I'm just, you know, I have spurts of energy, and then I just need to relax, because I don't want to overdo. I don't want to overdo anything that like stresses me out or makes me feel tired, or just, I want to just be easygoing and take care of the things that I need to take care of. Okay, Ace of Raphael. I'm almost there. I almost started reading Michael. Here we go. This is the beginning of a new and positive emotional experience in your life. It may be a new person you've become very close to, or a situation that fills you with joy. Often this card signifies the start of a romantic relationship or renewed romance within your current relationship. You may find yourself falling in love or making a deep and personal connection with a new friend. Profound and lasting spiritual insights are possible at this time. Trust your intuition to lead you to happiness, additional meanings, spiritual revelations, a gift from someone dear. Home is where the heart is. So regarding starting a new relationship, and you have to realize, like, if you're at a distance, or really not even if you're not at a distance, if you meet someone out at a club, and you go out, you get her number or get his number, and then you guys meet up at a coffee shop the next day, and suddenly you find out you have all this common things that you like to do, and have the same kind of feelings of how a relationship would work, and that sort of thing. And what are your 5-year goals? And are you looking to get married? Or, you know, all those different things that really, I think, someone who is looking for a long-term relationship would kind of like those answers to those questions, because if you are looking for a long-term relationship, that's kind of a question you need to ask someone, and you need to be able to read how he or she's answering you. Are they being genuine? Are they telling you things you want to hear, or are they telling you things that they really feel? And so when you depart from that coffee meet, you know, energetically, you guys already exchanged, you exchanged telephone numbers, you exchanged conversation during your coffee meet. And so you should know at that point that energetically, your higher self is already connected to the other higher self of that person. So your thoughts, even though you're at a distance, if they're really intuitive and pay attention to their gut feeling about how you feel about them and how they feel about you, you two will be able to, as above, so below kind of thing. So if you decide this is the guy, this is the girl that, you know, I want to really work on a relationship with, you know, when you put it out to the universe, the other person is going to receive the message on their higher self, because we are all energetically connected. Therefore, if he or she ghosts you, you know, they're either they feel the same way you do, and maybe they're a little bit scared of how fast you connected, or they just say, oh, you know, she read through my lies, or he read through my lies, and, you know, I'm not going to talk to him or her anymore. So you'll know in your feelings, and your feelings can be deceiving. So it does take time to meditate. It does take time to pray about it. It does take time for, you know, it's God's divine timing, right? You know, so as a woman, you know, nowadays women, they will just pick up the phone and they'll call, and they'll get mad if they don't get an answer. They'll send text messages, and then it turns really ugly, you know. The guy just starts running, and that can go in both ways. But what I'm trying to tell you is, for me, my recommendation is to meditate, to pray to God, to get your little journal out and say, oh, I met Tom today, and we had a great coffee time, and we talked about this, and, you know, these are, and write in there, these are what I'd like to see for us in our future. And then just let it be at peace, and just continue living your life. And if it's meant to be, he'll pick up the phone and he'll call you, or he'll try to see if you're down at the place where you guys originally met, you know. And you know, women need to let men pursue you, you know. Don't be the chaser, be the queen, and know your value, and just know that if it's meant to be in divine time, and you just continue living your life, your best life, and it'll come back together if it's supposed to, right? Okay. So Queen of Ariel, see, she's the queen, right? She's just sitting there waiting. Nurture yourself and those you love. There is a need for quality time with the people you care about the most. Practical and wise advice should be freely offered and accepted. You may see the truth clearly when those around you don't. You excel at taking care of others, but don't forget to take care of yourself. You have the gift of being able to make anything more beautiful. A person who is giving and generous, someone who always knows the right thing to do and helps out happily, an admirer of luxurious items, mature, practical, warm, kind. Additional meanings: the balance between function and beauty, a big heart, a talented gardener. Next we have the Four of Gabriel, and this is the marriage card. So this may very well be a love reading, right? Because that's the marriage card. Four of Gabriel. I love that card. I always wanted to have one of those gazebo thingies with some sort of vine. It's pretty with the flowers on it. Four of Gabriel. It's time for a celebration. You've worked hard and are entitled to some rest and relaxation. Your project has come to a successful completion, and now you can feel a sense of great pride and happiness. Release yourself from situations that feel burdensome. Expand your social life. You deserve to have a little fun. Important events such as engagement, marriage, or moving in together as a couple are likely. It's time of stability and peacefulness. A very special day, freedom from responsibility, the joy of life, a promotion or new job. Next we have the Three of Michael. So we had the Five of Michael earlier. And I think that talks about the situation not being right for you. This situation doesn't serve you right. So we're backed up to Three of Michael. You will grow from the situation. When challenging events occur, it's important to take time to heal. You do not have to do it alone. Ask your angels, guides, or human friends for assistance. Forgive everyone involved, including yourself, for actions or choices you may see as having been unkind or in error. Time truly does heal all wounds. Ask your angels and guides to help you see the reason for the situation in your life. A new perspective could allow you to view things in a different light. Know that you'll become a stronger person over time because of this challenge. Time to release the past, disharmony, heart conditions. So maybe that's a broken heart, is 3. Next we have the Knight of Raphael. Be prepared to be swept off your feet. Someone has the ability to bring deep emotions to the surface. This card often represents falling in love. It can also herald creative or artistic proposals and career opportunities, as well as situations or topics that make your heart flutter happily. Someone who is a champion of emotion and artistic endeavors, a person who is in love with love itself and anything romantic. Poetic, dramatic, optimistic, sophisticated, introspective. Additional meanings: engagements and weddings, rose-colored glasses, powerful emotions, the need to get grounded. So we have 2 engagement cards now. Next, the Ten of Michael. The end of a cycle. I'm sorry the lighting's not really good on these darker cards. My second candle, the wick broke off, so I'm really thinking about going to the oil. But, you know, if it tips over, it's going to mess the carpet up. So I'd have to be extra careful. It's finally over. A situation has ended and you are finally free. You probably saw this coming and have been welcoming it. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. It's possible that you'll have a sense of sadness, but this card more often brings with it a great sense of relief. If you've been struggling, the worst is now over. Let go of what you've been holding on to. Have faith that your angels will walk with you into the beauty of a brand new dawn. Additional meanings: pushing too hard, putting the past behind you, freeing oneself of dependency. Dependency, I don't know. I think that it's like there's two sides to that. Not just one person giving and the other one needing, but I'm just saying in different situations, you know, the best case scenario is usually it's the man that makes all the bread, right? So the man, he's the one that goes out to work, and then the wife, she stays in and she picks the kids from school, you know, she starts at dinner, she has the house cleaned, everything's nice and comfy when he gets home. But nowadays women, I'm not sure how to explain it, but I know from me is like I always did everything. I always did the cleaning, I always did the cooking, you know, unless it was barbecue. I took care of the bills, and then we both went grocery shopping together. I don't know. I just preferred to clean it myself, like our apartment and stuff. And not to say he didn't do a good job, because he did try to do things. I was raised to just do it all, and so I actually felt guilty when he would be like trying to clean the bathroom and stuff or do the dishes. So not sure. Everybody's different, I guess. And I'm not even sure why I brought it up, so anyway, 6 of Gabriel. What does 6 of Gabriel have to tell us today? Congratulations, you've done a brilliant job. Your hard work has paid off and those around you are highly impressed. Expect awards, promotions, or other forms of public recognition for your efforts. Enjoy this time of positive feedback, but do not rest on your laurels too long. There are other great works ahead of you. This card can also indicate that it's time to make choices that benefit you personally rather than ones that are self-sacrificing. It's okay to take care of you. Recognition of your achievements, scholarships, or grants, success in the arts and sciences. So it sort of sounded like a little dependency, right? Because it says this card can indicate that it's time to make choices that benefit you personally rather than ones that are self-sacrificing. So, you know, in a relationship, we have to allow our spouse, our significant other, to be able to have their own time to do the things that they like. And I would say, like, hopefully, there could be times when you could share that time with them, you know. I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about that. You know, it'd be like going hiking, right? Oh, babe, I'm going hiking. But, I mean, like, if you were available to go, if you weren't working on that day or whatnot, I mean, like, you'd almost think that they would say, oh, do you want to go with me? But, I don't know. People are all different. They were all raised in different households, and they all have different opinions. So, it's a total matter of balancing everything out and being okay with it. Okay. There's something better waiting for you. The ways in which you've evolved have you convinced that there must be more to life, and there is. The inward search for answers is rewarded at this time. It's time to leave the past behind and embrace a brand new you. This choice is not forced upon you, but is of your making. Your past experiences have been very important in helping you understand who you are. Be grateful for what you've learned and build upon it. A relocation or change in your job or relationships is possible at this time. Additional meanings: a journey, a spiritual quest, doing what you know is right for you, a change of interest. Okay, we're 50 minutes in. Now we have the Queen of Michael. Let me see how many cards we've talked about so far. So this will be 14, so we'll get 6 more after this. Queen of Michael. You know exactly what to do. Past experiences have prepared you perfectly for the situation you find yourself in. Wisdom blended with humor makes the task easy to accomplish. Give others credit for good intentions rather than perfect actions. This is the time in life for advancing your career and getting things done rather than engaging in romantic relationships. A person who has both a brilliant mind and a great sense of humor. Someone who has varied and broad experiences in life. Perceptive, courageous, analytical, cool, calm, and collected. A faithful friend, wise counsel. Feng Shui. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the next one is going to be King of Raphael, which means I believe we've already had the Queen of Raphael, but I'll double check. The 3 of Raphael talks about, a gathering. 8 of Michael. Oh, there's the Queen of Raphael. And here's the King of Michael. So we have a couple court cards that are matching, and then the 8 of Ariel. So before I start reading the King of Raphael, I want to see what's at the bottom. I don't think I saw that. Okay, change your life. And whenever there's a major arcana, I like to see what's behind it. Divine guidance. And then the 4 of Ariel. The 4 of Ariel talks about how you save or spend money. So that would indicate that we now have 8 cards to read. Okay, so let me begin with the King of Raphael. And then I'll sort through the cards like I usually do. Tell you what we got. Yes, it is safe to trust. You have the ability to accomplish great things at this time. Indulge any longer you may have to create indulge any longing you may have to create art or music. Lend a hand to those around you who need assistance. Expect to meet someone you can really trust who is driven by the heart. Wise and heartfelt advice really makes a difference. A warm and generous person who understands human nature. Someone who takes romantic relationships and close friendships very seriously. A humanitarian, honorable, refined, chivalrous, highly regarded. Additional meanings: a patron of the arts, a peacemaker, a father or father figure, an interest in the healing arts. Next we have the 3 of Raphael. Okay. There are additional options available to you. Your situation may seem to you to be limited or not what you'd hoped for, but there is more here than meets the eye. Opportunities are presenting themselves, but your focus is too narrow, so you aren't seeing them. Open your eyes to all the possibilities. Life may seem to be lacking in magic and excitement, but there is a great shot here at enlightenment. Spend time in meditation with the knowledge that any delusionment you feel is meant to urge you into self-reflection, leading to a happier life. Additional meanings: awareness of your emotions, taking things for granted, missing the point. Next, we have the Eight of Michael. Okay, Eight of Michael. You can be free. You may feel as though you're trapped in your situation, but that is an illusion. You have to look past your fears and open your eyes to the opportunities. The ways to freedom may scare you due to a lack of confidence, but you can ask your angels for courage. Soon you'll find that you're much stronger than you realized. Commit to changing your circumstances and then believe in your ability and move forward. Additional meanings: lack of confidence in one's own power, not seeing things clearly, self-sabotaging. So now I just need to reiterate, there's always a solution of the highest good, and don't have the hopeless mindset, have the hopeful mindset. Okay, next we have Queen of Raphael. So we've had two marriage cards, or was there a third one? And we got some matches in the court cards. So Queen of Raphael. Your heart is your greatest strength. Expect relationships with others to develop to a new level. Someone is in the perfect position to help another person understand his or her own feelings. An immense love of home and family is also in evidence. Any psychic or intuitive information that arises is completely reliable. Someone who is wise and kind, a loving and nurturing person with the ability to solve problems before they occur. Psychic, spiritual understanding, giving. A psychologist, a champion of the underdog, giving too much, unconditional love, the need for self-care. Next we have the King of Michael. Speak your mind with confidence. This situation calls for honest and open communication. If you're uncertain what to do, then hire an expert. While wisdom and objectivity are important now, do not forget to weigh the emotional aspects of the situation. Make sure your actions are of the highest integrity. A person who commands great respect and is known for completely being fair. Someone who communicates very professionally, principled, rational, ambitious, diplomatic. Additional meanings: equality, getting right to the point. Someone who may be emotionally unavailable. Eight of Ariel. You're doing excellent work. You take great pride in what you do. The energy and effort you put into your work financially supports you and also feels very rewarding. If you're considering changing jobs or careers, it will go very well. There is great motivation to be a success, and your willingness to invest in your long-term goals will pay off. There's much to learn. This card often indicates job training, going back to school, or attending seminars or creative classes. A choice you need to make might benefit from more research. Student, artisan, practice makes perfect. Next, Major Arcana 16, change your life. So I think we only got the two Major Arcanas in the whole thing. Yeah. The reading's still working out pretty nice, I think. It's time to change your life. This card represents a need to leave behind old belief systems and ways of doing things that have become stale and out of date. When this card presents itself, the universe is telling you that you can no longer procrastinate on making the changes that you know in your own heart you need to make. Suddenly, everything is crystal clear to you. Change is inevitable. If you're to grow and evolve, embrace this new direction in your life as liberating and exciting. You needn't go through this transformation alone. Archangel Chamuel can help you find the new path and meaning in your life that you long for. Additional meanings, awakening, a sudden revelation that offers freedom, unexpected transformations, life experiences. Archangel Chamuel is said to observe the world from a very high vantage point. This gives him the ability to see opportunities that you may be missing. Call upon Archangel Chamuel whenever you're searching for something. With his super angelic vision, he can clearly find a path that will lead your life in a new and exciting direction. And the last one is divine guidance. Isn't that a wonderful way to end a reading? There is no need to be alone. There are amazing people around you from whom you would gain great strength and support. Seek out those who are like-minded and who share your beliefs and ideals. Make new friends who would benefit from your insights and affection. Take a class on spirituality or join an organization that aims to do good in the world. Archangel Sandoval can help you find the meaning you're seeking in your life. Be open to other people's ideas and perspectives, but don't be bound by them. If you're taking a very traditional approach to your challenges and things just don't seem to be moving forward, then it might be time to think outside the box. On the other hand, if your attempts to be creative are merely reinventing the wheel, perhaps the old-fashioned way would be better. Additional meanings, walking your talk, universities resistant to change, spiritual seeking, divine wisdom. Archangel Sandoval is the angel who watches over the accumulation of metaphysical and spiritual knowledge. If you're seeking to enrich your inner world, he can help you find others who are similarly inclined and also searching. Archangel Sandoval is known for delivering prayers from earth to heaven. Call upon him to help you feel your prayers need an extra boost. Okay, so now we go through the cards, and I'll let you know what we have. So while I'm doing that, I figured I'd give you an update on my little Poochie. He's been eating his food. He didn't eat Friday night or Saturday, and he ate a little bit yesterday, and he ate quite a bit yesterday actually. And so hopefully he's, that's like the first sign, right, of feeling better when you start eating. So I thank you, God, for helping me with my doggy. I'm sorry, God, I was choosing wrong. I want to be there for him. He's been here for me my whole life, or his whole life, I'm sorry. And I want to make sure that, he's 11 now, that his last days are really special. So I had to go through a little tough time and realize that I was being selfish and only thinking of myself. But I'm human, and all I can do is move forward and try to make it better, right? We can't take away what we said yesterday. We have to accept the wrongdoing that we've done, and any person with a heart will find that apology genuine, right? But if you're not being genuine, they're gonna read right through you, and that's a good thing. So it's a good thing to be able to read people and see how they're being loyal or not being loyal to a situation, and how they're accepting what they did in error. That's part of being an adult, right? Is being able to say, hey, even though he's my dog, you know, he still has feelings. I believe he understands every word I say. And you know, I broke his heart for a day, you know. So I never want that to happen again. But he's doing much better, and he's sleeping better. The swelling's gone down on his face. He still has that knot, but he wanted to frolic around yesterday, which was really good. Okay, King and Queen of Michael. We have the King, Queen, and Knight of Raphael. So in my mind, since it's male, female kind of thing, but it doesn't have to be, in my mind, I want to say that this king and queen, they're all the same, right? Like, they match each other in every sense. But maybe this Knight of Raphael is part of this King of Raphael, that he bounces. He goes from, I want to be a king to I want to be a knight. I want to be a king, I want to be a knight. But everything else matches. So it's a matter of balance. Oh, we also have the Queen of Ariel. So maybe this queen, she's got everything but the Queen of, who's missing? The Queen of Gabriel. So the Queen of Gabriel. Oh, that's like the marriage. That's the marriage. So I don't know. It's the green that's the love, or I don't know. But Queen of Gabriel is the one that's missing. So after that, she would get the status of the Empress. So she might be a little bit ahead of the king, because she's there and he's here, and he keeps bouncing from knight to the king, king to the knight, knight to the king. So there's some things he has to work through. And, you know, you just, again, he needs to find the solution of the highest good. And she needs to continue doing that as well. And they both have to stay in a hopeful mindset. Okay, now the number thing. We have 1 ace, 1, 2, 3 threes, 1 4, 2 5s, 2 6s, so that's 11 11. 3 8s, and then 9 10 16. So let's see, we're minute 8. Let me do the angel numbers 333 and 888. Okay. Three, 3 3. Okay. What does it mean for spiritually? It means try to go as far as you can go and let it become whatever it becomes. The angel number 333 encourages to set plans in action and let your personal strength be the guide, to trust yourself and put thought into your choices. This angel number also is connected with optimism, creativity, and intuition. What is it regarding love? Do you know that angel number 333 is also a love number? In the interest of love, seeing repeated number 333 is a message reminding you to surrender and trust all outcomes. Could also indicate that you are embodying your inner divine feminine energy, or that you're full of fertility. Okay, now we'll go to 8. So I know you all probably have other things that you might need to get done on your little, not little, but on your daily task list, whatever that may be. Okay, 888. Its significance is abundance and prosperity. 888 is strongly associated with abundance, prosperity, and financial. Okay. And what does 888 mean for love? Coming across angel number 888 means that your love life is attracting a positive and healthy relationship. And 888 associated with karma, the principle in simple terms meaning what goes around comes back. So whatever you've put out, it's 2024, so it's the year of correction, right? Well, that was the end of our reading. It's now 1:11 and 41 seconds. Thank you so much for spending so much time with me. I really appreciate it. Without you, there's no sense in me being here. So thank you for keeping my purpose alive. And let's thank God for this time that we had to spend together. And I can't wait till we go live so we can actually interact with each other. And sending you love, light, peace, harmony, happiness, and healing. God bless. We'll see you the next time. Aloha. And please like, share, subscribe, and make a comment so I know you're with me all the way. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Aloha.